It's football time in Tennessee. Those words have long been associated with running through the tee, the glory of the checkerboard end zone, and the Big Orange ready to do battle. And only in Tennessee do you get a sight like this. Not only are the end zones checkered, so too the crowd, a mirror image to prove that they will give their all for Tennessee. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Horned Frogs will put total leather and we'll get started. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. So Tennessee's offense takes the field to start this game off. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early. Looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature him. Find him, like you said, Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow. Get this man the football.
He'll start this drive firing. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
We were talking to the defensive coaching staff coming into this game tonight, and they said we really feel good about our pass rush. We feel like we've got guys up front that can win one-on-one. We've got to let these guys hunt. We've got to let them eat, and they're doing it on the first play of the game, getting a sack.
Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. The sure hands, it's Thorne. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Man, you hate that if you're on defense. 3rd and long, you've got everybody covered downfield, and you let the running back pick it up on a check down throw. You've got to be way better tackling in that situation. That is a blown opportunity for this defense.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play. The balls are rolling down the field. He wants to throw. Quick strike complete. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. The play action fake. Quarterback moving. Trying to escape and get it himself. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. The Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Little touch pass to the receiver. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Offense in a bunch formation. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They get him down after he makes a catch.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Shakes off the defender. Tackle is made after the 1st down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
This is why he's the quarterback leading his team, because he can do things like that, the unscripted stuff, and buy time, scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass down the field. Just so hard to stop as opposed to a guy that just stands in the pocket and you know exactly where he's going to be every single play.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown ball.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So TCU's offense will take the field for the first time. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay. It's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality. Let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Right back to the well. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On third and short, the power run here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Horned Frogs will punt this one away. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
On the ground, it's Thorne. Runs through a tackle. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Wants to throw on 2nd down. He'll pull it down. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
They move the tight end all over. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. Good, solid tackle. So they've got the lead. They can make it a 2-score game with a chip shot field goal, but instead, the offense is out there on... And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteer! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 14-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
That makes Tennessee 14. TCU.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Cross to the 30, he's got a lane. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He'll pull it on the read. Picks up the first down, still moving. Ball's out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Listen, there's so many athletic quarterbacks now that do the design runs. I got to make them pay. I got to physically hit him as hard as I can, as many opportunities as I get. They run the design quarterback run. Nice job being physical, forcing the fumble.
Looking for a crease to the left. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. He's going for a big play downfield. Fires the pass, intercepted.
And that's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
The give out of the gun. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
And the balls are stopped, but not before getting the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. And the Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down coming up. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
Using the quick game.
Oh, he just needed to stretch the ball out a few inches more, and he would have picked up the first down. It was a great individual effort there on 3rd down, getting back a bunch of yards, and now they're in a position to go for it here on 4th.
On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. No problem for the offense there. They just took care of business.
and you practice these situations nowadays, you know you're going to go for it on fourth most of the time. 4th and 1, you feel very confident, you're ready to rock and roll, and they get the first down.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Trucks through the defender. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tennessee! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in week 10. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Gonna run it. It's Hussein. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
He wants to pass it on second down. He's got his man. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Tosses it incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. They're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Holding. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. On second down, he'll fire. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. And the Horned Frogs want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
At the 45 on its way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. He's looking to throw it. He'll pull it down and run. At the 35, he's loose. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
Pressure coming. Finds his man. It's Davis. They get him down after he makes the catch.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receiver.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Volunteers will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Finds his man. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. It's first down from their own 23-yard line. He's going to pass. He's got it. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The defense going to stop the clock for the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll snap it from the 25 here on second and long. He's looking to throw. Good timing on the quick out.
Did a great job understanding where you're at on the field. And I know that sounds very simple, but I run that out route, I start getting towards the sidelines. I got a feeling. I don't have time to look down as the ball's coming to me. Great job catching it and getting that foot in bounds.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense is feeling it now, right? 2 picks in 2 straight drives. Their guys have been all over the field making plays when the ball's in the air. D coordinator's got to love that.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown ball! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
Tennessee, 28, TCU.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for a crease, it's Hussein. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful start to things in Knoxville here today. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas amidst the smoggy smoke there in Rocky Top.
And the Vols will kick it away to crank up the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in. It's Hussein. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Horned Frogs will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Off the play fake on first down. Got his man quickly. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Quarterback checking off. To the air on first down. Going for the big play. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Volunteer. And the route is on. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Rutgers is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 21 over Eastern Michigan. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Firing to the right, complete. It's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
These wide receivers are so fast nowadays. They're such big playmakers. I just want to get it to them and let them make it happen. But a lot of times, we're running to them, too. We're focused on chasing him down and funneling the football in the right direction. Defense swarmed, did a good job getting their hand on the football, causing the fumble from the wide receiver.
The run from the shotgun. On the move at the 30. He's up to 94 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third. Quarterback checking the play. Gets it out fast. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Now on third down, this offense has been rolling. Can the defense stand tall? Smashes through. And the Volunteers get it past the sticks.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. That they can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He got it. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out and held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on, be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Leaves it with the back. Didn't have any better luck going back to him on second down. Now they're staring at 3rd and 10.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Horned Frogs line up to punt it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Here's his offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got it.
Hey, that's a live ball. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Takes a handoff. It's Hussein. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They'll run play action. Looking to the big tight end. Catch in the middle. It's John. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Horned Frogs have their offense in high gear. Handoff to the lone back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Sticks it in his belly. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
42 Spider. 4-2 spot check.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
TCU 0.
I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. First down to start the drive after the break. Handoff from the shotgun. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next game.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
Number 20.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
And he's going to bring this one out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the defense drags him down.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
At the 40, there he goes. Nothing but green ahead. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Tennessee. And the stomping has commenced. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio. All right.
right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Rutgers is piling on the points here today. They've opened up a massive lead in what's shaping up to be the kind of blowout neither side will soon forget. They're up by 28 over Eastern Michigan. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Comes out throwing on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to buy time. Get every inch you can, but don't take the big hit. Great job by the quarterback. The Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He's got great speed, and the coverage team able to make the tackle. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Line gets set, first down. From the shotgun, the inside give. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They want that clock to run. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown ball! And the beatdown has ensued. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. Is there anything this dude can't do? He's channeling his inner Condridge Holloway, Heath Schuler, or dare I say, the great Peyton Manning.
I bet he can't lead the band, Reese. I bet he's not allowed to do that. He's having himself a day, but he's not there yet. But, man, putting up some stats, doing what he wants. This offense is absolutely cooking.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive, so someone's going to have to step up.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
As a defensive lineman, let me tell you something. This is hunting season. This is when you pin your ears back and you absolutely fly to the quarterback, and you can see it. They know it's pass, and they get to him again.
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening.
Returner is tackled down at the 37, and your Tennessee Volunteers will take
First down here for the offense. The give. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Offenses ice football games in the 4th quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The Vols will snap it on 1st and 10. On the move, it's Thorne. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, keep the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day now.
He's finally brought down, but that freshman found some running room. No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10. Fighting off the defender. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.